In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to do something super simple that apparently no one knows how to do, and a bunch of other random bullshit. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Nonsense. I'm your host, F. Bob, and I'm flying solo once again. You know, just like the good old days, right? So, how's it going? How's your week going? End of the week, right? End of the week, beginning of the week, doesn't matter. How's your week fucking going already? So let's just start off with the shit that's been bugging me as always. And like I said, I'm going to teach you how to do something super simple this episode. And the lesson today is mind your fucking own business. Mind your own fucking business, or however you want to add the fuck in there. But you're gonna learn how to mind your own business today. Um, so as I do, I'm a human of the times. I'm slowly becoming a human of the times, and I've been on TikTok and Facebook and all of that shit. Just looking up goofy, funny videos and shit. And I seen this one video that finally just kind of tipped me a little bit. And there was this dude in a gym. And I'll probably throw the video up on Facebook so you can see it for yourself. There's this dude in the gym working out with his shirt off. Another dude walks up and records him. And then they exchange words because one dude thinks he's a weirdo for working out in a public gym with his shirt off. And the other dude's just like, yeah, whatever. And then he talked, words are exchanged, shit was talked. And then they got in each other's face and nothing happened. All right. I don't care what you think about who was right and wrong. I'm going to tell you what the fuck I think. Then you can chime in after the fact. But right now, I don't really give a fuck. I blame all parties. I'm a big believer in all parties are at fault continuously. There's not one person that's more at fault than the other, or anything of that nature. Everybody's a fucking moron, and I'll tell you why. I am sick of 100% everybody being self-entitled. If everybody's got this mentality of if I ain't hurting nobody, then what does it matter to you? Like everybody just forgot that some shit is just fucking weird to do outdoors. You're not in your home. Don't work outside with your shirt off like an asshole. Like you're still an asshole for being out in public with your shirt off. That is a douchebag maneuver. It's always been a douchebag maneuver. You just didn't know it was a douchebag maneuver because no one told you to your face that you're a fucking douchebag. And nobody wants to see you with your shirt off. We're all in the gym. Most of us are out of shape, and we don't need to see you with your shirt off at all. The other person is an asshole for just abruptly just walking up to record him. It's like, you're a dickhead. I think the whole thing with this cell phone generation, and I know I'm a part of it, but I feel like it's different. Like, it's one thing to own a cell phone. It's another thing to own a camera phone. It's a completely separate thing where as soon as anything in the world happens, instead of confronting the situation or handling the situation, you immediately have to break out your phone and record. I get why, because everyone else has their phone out and recording consistently. So you kind of have to record too to keep yourself protected because one person's going to spin a story one way, another person's going to spin a story another way. So if you both have video and evidence of the altercation, then the video's the only thing that can tell the truth. I get that. How about we go with my original lesson? Mind your own fucking business. If that guy never walked up to the shirtless asshole, there would have been no altercation. Although, if the shirtless asshole wasn't a shirtless asshole, none of this would be a scenario either. It's just one of those weird things where just if everybody minds their own fucking business and acts like they got some goddamn sense. Like, I don't know what happened where just nobody has any form of common sense anymore. What part of being outdoors with a shirt off is normal? That's not normal. You shouldn't be shirtless outdoors in public. That's not a normal thing. I don't give a fuck how hot it is. Don't be outdoors with a shirt off. You're a dickhead. This kid thought that it was fine for him to record his back while working out. Again, a product of the times, because he's probably either clout chasing or some bullshit. Because if he was, oh, I need to make sure that I'm doing my, back exercises properly. Most people who work out with someone else. And weirdly enough, they have somebody who's watching and or spotting them at that point. So if he had, I don't know, a gym partner, that wouldn't have been necessary. But instead of doing that, he has to be shirtless so he can watch his back muscles. You could just, do the fucking exercises. No one really gives a shit. That's also a thing. If you need to scrutinize and screen how you're doing exercises, get somebody else to do it. Or, I don't know, go work out somewhere the fuck else. Like, be in your own private space. This ain't private, this is public. I don't know why everybody feels like public is private as well. You don't get private in public. So stop acting like your privacy is valid in public. I just think that should be just a rule of life. I'm just sick of everybody with this goofy shit of just like, oh, it's my right. No, you have no right to shit. How about that? You can't do shit. All your rights are stupid. Everybody has this right to do whatever the fuck they want, and half of the time it's just petty bullshit. It just bugs the shit out of me. It's my right to do whatever. No, it's not. Like, you're just a dickhead. And this goes across the board, because I know a lot of people are going to hear that sentiment and then immediately jump on the side of, like, yeah, like those fucking COVID vaccinator deniers. Yeah, I'm not saying they're not fucking stupid. If you don't want to get a vaccine, suffer the consequences. But you know what else I believe? How about you, as someone who's vaccinated, mind your own fucking business? If that person does not want to get vaccinated, it's not on you to tell them to get vaccinated. I don't think it's any of your fucking business. You don't ask everybody who gets their flu shot if they got their flu shot. Do you know everybody in your personal circle about, if they got the mumps fucking vaccine? Did they get, the tuberculosis shot when they were a child? No, you don't give a shit. So how about just mind your own fucking business? You got the shot. You're vaccinated. Mind your own fucking business. And just before anybody jumps on my ass, I'm vaccinated. And I continue to mind my own fucking business. It's not for me to dictate if everyone around me has gotten their shot. I got mine. I trust the shot enough to know that if I got it, I got the vaccine, and there's a low likely chance if I get sick or die from it. I might still catch it. It'll suck, but I'm not going to die. So why the fuck do I care? I still have the opportunity to throw on a mask whenever I feel like I need to. So it's on me. It's still on me, I think. It's on me if I get sick. I still have every opportunity to protect myself. I also went the extra mile with getting a shot. I could easily go get the booster shot if I want right now. It's on me, dude. Just like it's on you. Mind your own fucking business. COVID vaccinated people, non-COVID vaccinated, just all mind your own business. Like, it doesn't matter. But what if I get sick because somebody else didn't get their shot? Throw on a mask. Don't go outside. Don't bother. Don't die. Fuck it. Like, you have other options other than beat the shit out of somebody who isn't vaccinated or yell at the person who's not vaccinated. How about just mind your own fucking business? That's a great place to start. Just mind your own fucking business. It'll make you a lot happier in life if you just don't fucking bother. Just like, why even go through the extra hassle of being a dickhead for no reason? I'm a professional dickhead. I'm a professional asshole. And even at that point, I would be like, you know what? This is not worth my time to yell at somebody who's not vaccinated. What I will do, and I feel like it's very valid, is if somebody, I don't know, gets COVID and isn't vaccinated, I'm not going to feel bad for that person. You had every opportunity in the world to get vaccinated. There are still treatments available to you. The COVID typically only affects the old and the out of shape and unhealthy. So you know who it's coming for. And if you fit in one of those three descriptions, it's on you to take care of yourself otherwise. Or get fucked. It's kind of simple from there. So, I mean, yeah, no, I'm just going to throw it out there. Just fucking mind your own business on both ends. The individuals who are 100% being offended by everything right now. Because this seems like there's a resurgence in being offended by a bunch of shit. And I will run through the list. I haven't seen the new Dave Chappelle shit, But apparently the entire LGBTQ community is pissed off at fucking Dave Chappelle again for what he said in his new comedy special. I have not seen it, so I guess I can't speak on it too much. But here's the thing. I remember his last set of specials, and I remember when he came out, the Alphabet Crew, and the last one, and he said some shit that pissed off a lot of fucking, LGBTQ people. I think I'm one of those people who sense a pattern. If you don't like being shitted on by a comedian, don't listen to that comedian. That's kind of what you could do at that point. It's very simple. He shitted on you once, and then he decided to do it again. So get fucked. Like, it's part of comedy, man. I'm a firm believer in OG comedy, and that's why my podcast is run away. It runs. It's tragedy plus time equals comedy. So that's it. That's the formula. I typically just remove a little bit of the time. I feel like I'll find some shit that's funny about anything that happened in a moment, because that's just how I roll. But most people just let it, fizzle out a little bit, and then they try and find the bright side of situations. Dave Chappelle has waited. He allowed you to have your fight. He allowed you to protest and, yell and get your fucking gay day parades. And if I'm not mistaken, just a couple of days ago, or whenever this podcast goes out. Either way, there was a coming out day. Apparently that's a thing. I know they have fucking sexual awareness day or some shit like that. They have like 3 days based on your weird sexuality shit. I think you've won now. Like, you've gotten all your shit. All the people can get married. You can identify apparently however the fuck you want. I don't see what the struggle is anymore, dude. Like, people don't really give a shit. You know why people typically dislike or still make fun of LGBTQ people? It's because you guys are still fucking loud. If you just shut the fuck up and, I don't know, mind your own fucking business, then people would leave you the fuck alone. No one cares anymore. Just don't throw your shit in my face. That's pretty much all anybody really gives a fuck about. Do people walk around and stick their dicks in your face because they're straight? No. That's not a thing. No one does that shit. No one cares about your sexuality or what you decide to go home to. Just shut the fuck up. Mind your own business. I have no problem minding my own business. But I'm going to need you to reciprocate the factor and don't drag me into your business. Super simple. So for all the people who are possibly fans, who may no longer be fans after this, I don't dislike that you're gay. I just wish you shut the fuck up. You can be gay. You can be trans. You can be bi, whatever the fuck. You can identify with whatever you want to. You could be a cardboard box for all I care. Just leave me out of it. That's all you gotta do. If you don't like my podcast, go away. I don't really give a shit one way or another. I do this shit for fun. If you're heavily offended and you decide to send me some nasty emails, I'll probably read them and laugh at them because I still truly won't give a fuck. See, that's kind of the difference. Like, I do this for fun. I commentate on other shit. I give you my 2 cents. If you don't want to hear my 2 cents, you don't have to hit play. Like, that's kind of how podcasting works. You don't have to listen to me. You choose to listen to me. That's that. But either way, those people are heavily offended. New thing that is offensive to me, apparently, and this comes from Demi Lovato, who's the queen of weirdness right now. Apparently, Demi Lovato just says that the term alien is offensive and must be called extraterrestrial. Question, have you met one? Did you ask? Maybe they like alien. How do you know? Alien might be the preferred term. Maybe extraterrestrial sounds like indigenous people or some shit. It sounds like they don't belong here. They're extraterrestrial. It's 2 syllables of fucking weird shit. Why don't just call them an alien? I didn't say illegal alien. We're just calling them aliens. You want us to call them outworlders? Do you think they consider themselves aliens or extraterrestrial? They might just be normal to them. Weird concept. How about you also mind your own fucking business. Don't worry about what I call an alien. And point 2, shut the fuck up. No one cares. I don't think she's made a hit song in who knows how long. I don't even know if she's still a musician. I know she hasn't shut the fuck up or minded her own goddamn business in a good long time. So yeah, how about you try that for a little bit, Miss Demi Lovato? Shut the fuck up. Mind your own goddamn business. Oh well. So let's take a quick commercial break. We're about halfway through this episode. We'll take a quick commercial break and then we'll come back with some more nonsense. How about that? All right. Go drink some water. Um, text your best friend. Tell him what's up. Do me a favor. Let him know. Let him know that you're okay. Whatever. All right. We'll be back. All right, and we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed those commercials. And before I forget, I gotta play this. I'm just enjoying hitting this button every rip. Don't forget that we're sponsored by Deets Nuts.
Dietz and Watson. These nuts are meat nuts. Meat nuts.
Deets Nuts. Grab a handful. Right? I just love having that button. By the way, we are not sponsored by fucking Deets Nuts. I just enjoy hitting that button, and it sounds cool, and it's fun. Either way. So, let's do something that's a little on the darker side, which is weird coming from me, because almost everything I do is fucking either ignorant, dark, or just fucking plain ass ridiculous. But there is one story I did want to talk about, and I'd rather talk about this with you guys. And I've already talked about it with a few people just in my personal life, and this is just me. Agree to disagree if you want to. Two different stories. One, I'll just try and burn through really quickly. This came out not too long ago. I don't have all the details, but I have enough details to go on. This man's daughter at school was sexually assaulted by a boy who dressed as a girl and went to the girl's bathroom. She says she was raped. They had the forensic studies done, or whatever you call it, where you check everything out to make sure it was forcible entry, which it was. It was classified as a rape. The school did nothing, and they hid it because they're trying to stay, in the best terms I can use, they're trying to stay woke and, in compliance with, people who do shit differently, I guess you could say. I don't know if the kid's technically trans or not. I don't know if he's, gay or whatever. We just know that he dresses like a girl and goes to the girl's bathroom. This happens to also be the second instance where he cornered a girl and sexually assaulted him. And the school also covered that up as well. I just wanted to say this, because I want to make sure I make a lot of jokes on this fucking show and on this podcast and pretty much in general in life. I don't dislike gay people. I think I've said that earlier. I don't dislike anybody who's just a LGBTQ. If that's your life, that's your choosing. I've always had just one basic rule, and that's I don't care. Don't force me to care. You know what I mean? If you want to do whatever you want to do, that's fucking fine. I don't really give a shit. Just like I don't care if anybody who's, straight or whatever you want to call them, they call them cisgender or straight. If you're straight, I don't give a fuck about your love life. I really don't care. I've never cared about your personal anything. Just leave me the fuck out of it. Leave me the fuck out of your entire personal relationship. The only reason I have my girlfriend on here, and if you don't like her being on the show, you can also fuck off. I don't care. But at no point have we even thrusted our relationship on you. At one point we didn't even discuss that we were in a relationship on the podcast. We used to just do the podcast together for shits and giggles. So that's always been my main rule, is if it's your personal life, I don't really give a shit. I guess apparently I have to add another thing. I don't give a fuck what you are. If you rape somebody and it's legit rape, it's fucking rape and you should go to jail. That's kind of how it works. And this parent is literally fighting the school board to justify, hey, my daughter was raped here and I need some shit changed. His point being is he would like for, boys' bathrooms to stay boys' bathroom, girls' bathrooms to stay girls' bathrooms. That's, to me, a reasonable, a valid point at this point when your daughter was raped by somebody who dressed like a woman and went into the girls' bathroom and raped her. I kind of can see the point in that. Does it happen often? Probably not. Does this man have a valid point, though? Yes. What I don't appreciate is the fact that he was arrested, if I'm not mistaken, twice now for disorderly conduct because he got loud and got angry and whatnot during the school board meeting. I hate to say it, dude, if my kid was raped, and I don't even have a kid, and I don't plan on having kids, but if my kid was raped, no shit, I'm going to be a little pissed off, especially if you're actively trying to sweep it under the table. And at the same time, you've also heard me say, I don't believe in this believe all women and all of this other goofy shit where if she says it was rape, it's rape automatically and you have to believe everything she says. I don't believe in that either. But it was clinically proven to be forcible entry. This kid is also going to court for another instance where he actively cornered and raped another girl. The dude's a rapist. I don't care what you want to say about it. Just because he's, trans or some goofy shit, he's a rapist. He's a trans rapist. Sucks. Do something about it. Don't sweep it on the rug. And if a parent has a valid point, I feel like you should listen to the parent. Do I feel like that trans people can be whoever they want to be and do whatever the fuck they want to do? Sure. I don't really give a shit. Do I believe boys are boys and girls are girls? Yes. Do I feel like they should use their own fucking bathrooms? Yes. I don't think anybody should be crossing over from one bathroom to the next. At the end of the day, you're just using a fucking bathroom. If it really matters that much, then don't go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom at home. They also, in most places, have those family bathrooms right in the middle where you can just use the whatever the fuck bathroom. If it doesn't bother you that much, then why don't they just make a other bathroom and then everybody can just use the other bathroom? Fuck it. I don't care what you identify. If you have one working part, go to that one working part bathroom. Maybe don't call it men's and females. Call it, penises and vaginas and call it a day. It's like, I need to go to the bathroom. Do you have a penis bathroom? And then you can only go to that bathroom. Seems fair to me. Fuck it. If you want to just remove all the labels. But at this point now, when people are actively getting raped, it's kind of fucked up. And I don't appreciate, the school board, shoveling this shit under the table. I literally just did 2 episodes on, my fondest memories of school and my not fondest memories of school. And you know what? The one thing we didn't have to worry about is any of this fucking bathroom bullshit. There was no rapes in our school. Shit ton of pregnancies. Damn near everybody was pregnant in my school by fucking freshman year. But I don't think anybody was raped. To my knowledge. Just gonna throw that out there. So yeah, no, I'm throwing that out there. If I can find more information on it, I will definitely post it on the Facebook. I think that should be looked into. I think that what is going on in schools right now is kind of fucked up and problematic where because they're trying so damn hard to be woke, they're allowing shit like this to happen. Like, let's pump the brakes on all of this shit. Let's let kids be kids. At the end of the day, school is meant for you to learn. I know everybody's like, it's your time to grow and explore yourself as a person. Let's be realistic. Everybody who can remember at this point, think about your life in high school. It's not that great. Let's be realistic. It wasn't the greatest part of your life. Those moments when you weren't in school were great. Your extra activities were great. Shit, for me, the moment I never had to go back to school again was the greatest moment of my life. It's just like, well, that's over. That entire chapter of my life is done. And now I can go out in the actual world and develop as a person and deal with different people. That was my greatest point in life. But yeah, it's just something I wanted to bring up because I typically don't do current events anymore. I've been trying to steer far away from that shit just because the world is fucked as is. And my whole purpose in life in doing this podcast was to be goofy, funny, and joke and have a little bit of fucking fun. I touch on some current shit every once in a while, but it's not supposed to be my main thing. And like I said, well before, during the entire political race thing, I was way too diving deep into political shit. I'm trying to stay away from it. But I definitely wanted to bring that up. And I wanted to bring up this other bit because I've gotten email after email. I responded to a few, and then it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I think this will be better just done on the podcast. People have been asking, what's my take on the minimum wage thing? I've honestly been thinking about it more than I thought I was going to be thinking about it. And it's been racking my brain pretty consistently. My thoughts on the minimum wage thing, because people are literally just not working anymore. And as anybody could know at this point, I don't give a fuck. I thrive on working hard, to be honest. That's all I really give a shit about is work, make your money, do whatever you want after you make your money. To those of you who feel like you shouldn't have to work or you shouldn't have to work as hard, good luck living a solid life. I think work isn't supposed to be what it is. It's definitely a little more, rigid than it should be. But if you don't fucking work in life, you're not going to go far. To me, your job shouldn't dictate who you are as a person, but it does. And it shows a lot of character traits and shit like that. You know what I mean? People who get up early to get to work and get shit done are different people to me. Those are completely different people than people who just show up and do just enough not to get fired. Now, if you're working a minimum wage job, I do believe that minimum wage jobs are minimum wage jobs for a reason. I don't expect you to be fucking Einstein working there, but I expect you to do your job properly. Hence, your McDonald's workers and shit like that. Like, I'm not expecting you to be the greatest fucking McDonald's worker of all time. I just expect you to, if I give you an order, just make sure you get it right. And if you don't get it right, just double check. Like, hey, I think I fucked up. Did you say you want this, that, and that? This is what I want. You know what I mean? You're providing a service. All I expect you to do as a service worker is just to provide the service and be done. I don't even want to talk to you, to be honest. I just want you to give me the shit that I wanted so I can leave. I've definitely been a big advocate of people not fucking with service members. Like, if you have an issue with, the guy at McDonald's, I don't need you to be yelling and cursing and screaming at the dude. Probably made a mistake. He's probably had a long day. He's probably working a 12-hour shift, and he could give two shits less about your cheeseburger. But on the flip side, when your job is to make a cheeseburger, just fucking make it right. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Don't catch an attitude. I don't know why because there's this flip side to this shit. Consumers are definitely being a little more, I guess you can say, rigid and vulgar about how service workers should act. Everybody's very, heavily criticizing how people should do their jobs. And you know what? No one goes to your job and yells at you and, smacks shit out of your hand and throws water in your face on a daily basis. These service workers pretty much deal with that shit 10 times out of 10. So, yeah, lay off of them a bit. But when it's your job to do something, do it right. Do it right the first time. And don't catch an attitude when somebody calls you out on fucking up. If I order such and such from McDonald's and you fuck up my order, all I want to do is go in and say, I don't even want to go in there, by the way. Like, I've definitely had enough shitty days in my life where, do I really feel like going in there because you forgot to give me my, fucking 10-piece nugget? No, that's not what I want to do today. But here's the thing. I paid for it. At the end of the day, I paid for a service. I expect the service to be done right. That is all. That's really all I care about. If it's mediocre at best, it's mediocre. Like, whatever. I'm just not going to, I have the option of just not going to a certain place anymore. I've had some mediocre meals at a McDonald's. I just don't frequent those McDonald's ever again. It's like, fuck it. I'm not going to go out of my way to go to that one place. That kind of fucking sucks. I'll just go somewhere else. Every place is a little different. And until I find a place that I actually like. That's the greatness of, service industries. You can just choose to go somewhere else. You don't have to go to that one place. But I definitely feel like people have just taken this lackluster approach to everything. It's like people aren't looking at it on both sides. People who yell at service members don't realize that they're yelling at a person who's dealing with a bunch of shit. And people who work in the service industry who work, vastly under what they're capable of doing don't realize that you're affecting a person who's had a long day 9 times out of 10 who doesn't want to come to you for service, i.e. your McDonald's and fast food restaurants. I don't want to have to go there, but I just worked 10 hours. And all I can really deal with right now is getting a cheeseburger and going the fuck home. And for you to fuck that up for me is devastating. That sometimes is the nail in the coffin for a lot of people. You don't know what that person has dealt with all day. And to lackadaisically just like, whatever, fuck his order. And then, ruin what as little is left of his day and also take his money. You're kind of an asshole as well. Just gonna throw that out there. Like I've said at the beginning of this podcast, both parties are typically the asshole. I just like to see it that way, man. So, to the service workers, do a little bit better. I trust me, I'm pulling for you. I think you should guys make a living wage. But I don't think you deserve it if you're gonna be a piece of shit to the people who frequent these service places. Just don't be a dick and pay. Like, just pay up. Don't be a dick. And if they fuck up, just hey, you fucked up my order. Can you fix it, please? And then leave it at that. You typically, what is it? You catch more flies with honey than poison or some shit like that. Like, just don't be a dickhead to these people. They don't deserve it. But at the same time, you fuckers deserve it. It's just a case-by-case scenario, you know what I mean? I've yet to yell at anybody in the service industry, but I've definitely not frequent places because they have fucked up, one time too goddamn many. You know how many times I've gone to a McDonald's? Just to go on a quick tangent. I've went to specific McDonald's and they just forgotten, part of my order or shit like that. And I'm just like, fuck it. I don't feel like going back and dealing with it. But then there's those times where it's like, look, man, you fucked up my order. The last 3 times I've been here, enough is enough. Get my shit right. You know what I mean? It's like you don't realize that by the time I come to you in an angry mood, there is 3 prior altercations where I didn't lose my shit. And now I have to lose my shit because I feel like I have no fucking choice because you guys won't get my goddamn order right. Stop that shit. You know how many times the last time I went to a McDonald's, my order was simple. It was a fucking McDouble and a 10-piece nugget. Sweet and sour sauce. That's the only fucking sauce you get at McDonald's. At least that's how I feel about it. And they just fucking forgot the sweet and sour sauce. That's literally one of the few things that you have to get. My order's not that large. How the fuck did you forget the sweet and sour sauce? Do you realize that McNuggets are fucking unedible without some dumbass dipping sauce? Has anyone in this world tried to eat a chicken McNugget with no sauce? Because for one, you're a barbarian. And 2, I don't know who loves you at this point. Because no one has to love you if you're just eating raw-ass, dry-ass chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Like, your life is a sham. Everything you know and love is just probably wrong. And I don't know, how do you wake up in the morning eating dry ass chicken nuggets? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but you don't have to, is what I'm saying. But yeah, no, I'm tired of shit like that in my life. Like, I don't expect everything to be, fucking perfect. I don't expect my McDonald's to look like the fucking menu pictures. I expect to get all the shit that I pay for. You know what I mean? That's why people are pissed. That's all I'm saying. If it means that you have to pay your service members a little fucking more, pay them a little more so shit's not bad. Seems like it's just an accurate thing. But with the minimum wage in general, I feel like, yes, people should be paid a little more because a lot of people are like, well, back in the day, you could do this and that with this amount of money. Yeah, that was back in the day. Inflation's a real fucking thing. The economy is kind of in shambles right now. And money ain't stretching as far as it used to. It definitely still stretches further than people are making it seem. But you can't have a minimum wage job and buy a house. That shit ain't happening. You can have a minimum wage job, link up with, a buddy of yours and rent an apartment. That's for damn sure. I don't see how that's not possible. You might have to cut back on a few things here and there, but you can definitely, get an apartment. You're just not buying a house. You don't have the ability to take everything that's thrown at you when it comes to buying a house. But rent an apartment, living halfway decent, no problem. People are just not spending their money in the right places. But I do believe people definitely need a raise. I feel like the minimum wage should be like $15, $16 an hour. No problem. I definitely have no problem with people getting that amount of money. But I think that's for actual minimum wage jobs. Your fast food, your, certain store clerks and shit like that. Like, if you're not literally doing more than one task, you get minimum. Once you can prove that you can do multiple tasks, immediately I feel like you should get a raise. I feel like people should get raises, based on performance and shit like that. When you perform and work like a piece of shit, you shouldn't get paid that much. I think that's fair. Because then maybe people will work harder. Maybe people will invest in themselves and learn new tasks and, not be grateful for what they have, but try and obtain more knowledge and more skill so they can market themselves better. A lot of people have just gotten really lazy about certain shit. And everybody thinks they can be TikTok famous, or everybody in their mom thinks they're a rapper. Not everybody's that guy. You know what I mean? Some of you fuckers are going to just be, middle grade management. You know what I mean? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being management. Shit, I'm a manager. Do I feel like I get paid too little? Yes, because I feel like I'm not only just a manager. I do, I'm one of the few managers in this world that wears many hats. And for for the few managers are like that in the world, you know exactly what I mean. You don't just manage and watch other people work. You manage, you have your own set of tasks, you hop on the floor and do whatever is needed. At any point in the day, when somebody doesn't show up, you just lace up your fucking boots and you get the shit done. You don't give a fuck. You're there to work, but you're also there to make sure that other people are getting their tasks done so you can get your shit done much easier. You're just there to, managers like that are just there to make sure the world goes around. You know what I mean? They're not there to tell you what to do and then step aside. They're there to make sure the ship doesn't sink by any means necessary. And that's the kind of manager I am. And I've been highly regarded for my management skills amongst the employees. Upper management might not be solely, completely happy with it because I make sure that people are working, people are getting paid, and people get the fuck out of my way. You know what I mean? I just want the job done. And a lot of places want you to work your employees to death. And I'm never going to do that because I believe if I take care of the employees, they stick around a little bit longer and my life's a lot easier. And I never have to struggle and wait and want for more employees. Seems like a simple thing to do. Would I pay some of my guys more? Absolutely. The guys that are under me right now, there's a handful of them immediately I would pay more than what they're getting paid right now. There's also a lot of them that I would pay tremendously less than what they're getting paid, or I wouldn't have them working for me at all. Because I feel like people should be paid in regards to what they actually do, not what they can do. Because you can do a lot of shit, but you do nothing. And that's not fair. You know what I mean? I feel like you should come in, do your shit, and get the fuck out the way. But, I mean, that's neither here nor there, man. I might just be speaking out of my eyes on that one. So, pretty much put it this way. That's how I feel about the whole minimum wage thing. It's the lower you are on the totem pole. Put it this way. You should be paid on your level of replaceableness. If I can go out and get anybody to replace you, then your job means nothing. If it takes some skill, some effort, and some know-how, then yeah, you get paid a little bit more. If it's a knowledge-based game system or, calculator-based, work system, then yeah, you get paid a bit more too. But there's levels to this, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm paid fairly decently because I work hard, but I also know shit that other people don't know. Am I replaceable? Yes. Will the person who replaces me work as hard and know as much as I know? Absolutely not. I think that's fair that I get paid a little bit more because of my replaceability. That should be a new term for workers. Replaceability. How easily are you replaceable? On a scale of 1 to 10, how replaceable do you think you are at your job? I think I'm a solid, I think I'm a 9 or an 8. I give myself an 8. I don't think I'm that replaceable. So the higher on the scale, the harder it is to replace you. Lower on the scale, if you're a 1, they can go get a monkey to do your damn job. If you're a 10, they got to go get they pretty much got to clone you to get the job done the same way. And I think I'm a solid 8. I think somebody can do it. I think somebody can work their way up to my knowledge base. But will they just get a guy to do what I do and do it as well and sacrifice and do everything that I am willing to do to get the job done? Nah, that shit ain't going to happen. Solid 8, maybe a 9. So that's your homework or your slight task for the day. I would like to see that in either on Facebook or shoot me an email. I don't give a shit. Tell me, or in the comment section on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're not listening on YouTube, listen here on your favorite streaming app. Then go to YouTube real quick, and then just comment on YouTube. How high or low do you think your replaceability is at work? You think you're a 1? They can just get anybody off the streets to do your job, or do you think you're a fucking 10? And they ain't replacing you unless they clone you 6 ways to Sunday, and then maybe even inject the Captain America serum in your copy to do your damn job. I don't think anybody's that level, but hey, maybe you think you're that level. So yeah, just shoot me an email or comment below. What do you think your replaceability level is? And on that note, I think I'm gonna call this episode a day. It's been fun. Don't forget this week, because I think I'm gonna put this episode out. Well, you'll know when it puts out, but I'm gonna say it's coming out on Thursday. So Thursday, be on the lookout. Or Saturday. This Saturday, the 1st and 15th. Do not miss out on the stream. If this goes up on Thursday, just don't miss out on the 15th. If this comes out before the 15th, great. If this is after the 15th, you fucked up. You missed out on a great stream. We're watching movies together. We're gonna do a movie-based stream together. Oh, so link up your fucking Amazon account to your Twitch. We'll be watching exclusively on Twitch because YouTube doesn't like me doing funny shit. And that's why I say don't miss out on the stream, because this stream will not go to YouTube. Some of my streams make it over to YouTube. This one, 100% will not. This is a one-shot deal. You join me on the 15th to watch this movie, or you just fucking miss out. So, until then, it's been fun. I'll catch you another week, and it's been fun. See ya. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Nonsense Podcast. Remember, tune in on your favorite streaming site like Spotify, Apple, or Google Podcasts. Also, don't forget to check us out on YouTube at FM Bob Show to listen to the podcast and watch videos by yours truly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I also stream twice a month. The FNF streams on twitch.tv. Just remember to search The FM Bob on twitch.tv. And make sure you follow so you never miss out when I stream on the 1st and 15th at 7 p.m. Most importantly, follow me on Facebook at FM Bob Show so you can get updated on all things FM Bob and interact with the community. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.